Hey guys, what's going on? Twintuitive717 here. I am back with another video. I'm on today to do a reading. I want to check in with the Divine Masculine Collective, guys, because I'm picking up on a masculine who is trying to reach out to the feminine. So they're sending the message. But you know, nowadays on all of these apps, they have the ability to unsend a message. So that's what's happening here. I feel like they're typing out whatever it is they want to say, they're sending it, and then they're getting cold feet about opening up the lines of communication again, and they're unsending the message. So a lot of you might be already aware of this, like you've received the notification that it's them, and then all of a sudden the message disappears. That's what they're kind of bouncing back and forth with right now. So let's go ahead and get the overall energy of this Divine Masculine. Ooh, okay. So we have the soulmate card coming up right away, and many of them have had this epiphany where they're starting to see the whole twin flame dynamic play out. And I think that it's happened in 2021 towards the end. And the feeling of the whole twin flame journey has been stronger than ever because many of the divine feminines took a hiatus of some sort. Like you guys just kind of minded your own business. Maybe a lot of you went on your own individual path, started your own businesses. You weren't in the frame of mind to chase your divine masculine or to give them ultimatums, or I see that a lot of the divine feminines really let go of trying to hang on to this connection out of the whole twin flame label thing. Okay, many of you have kind of dropped it in the background and you started realizing that it's like, hey, you know what, twin flame or no twin flame, I really need to do what I need to do to make myself happy. And I think energetically, the moment that you guys decided to take that step, it's like the masculines felt it in their heart space. And whenever the feminine decides to move forward on her journey individually, I think that a lot of you have observed and seen by now that there are a lot of blessings to be had. There's a lot of abundance. Many of you are having a lot of changes come your way, new opportunities come your way, and with those new opportunities you're finding that you're getting back out there into the world again. And I think that 2021 was a great year of solitude for a lot of us, okay? And a lot of us spent a lot of time by ourselves having to appreciate solitude. And now that energy is coming to an end, it's over, I think many feminines are starting to feel like, man, it's a really big world out there. Like we felt like a goldfish in a fishbowl, and now you're starting to see that you're living in the ocean kind of thing, okay? A lot of suitors as well are coming towards you, whether you're interested or not, divine feminines. Just energetically in your dreams, in your fantasies, like in your visions, you can feel that there's a lot of eyes on you, okay? Especially your divine masculine, because he's going through a lot of dark moments. Like if you guys can remember and recall what it was like to realize that you were on a twin flame journey, that's what a lot of the masculines are going through. So many of them are watching you a little bit obsessively as well at this time, but they're really trying to understand why this energy keeps coming and going, and when it does come back, it comes back that much stronger. But the only difference is that the divine feminine hasn't had a lot of influence this past year in 2021. Because again, the universe kind of sent you guys in the other direction, yet the masculines were still feeling this stronger than ever. For some of you, you may have even had your divine masculine physically push you away. They might have tried to friend zone you. They might have tried to pretend that the connection didn't exist. And instead of chasing or trying to convince them divine feminine, you guys, you completely just you guys just started experiencing a whole new life to yourself. And surprisingly, it was filled with a lot of beautiful realizations to be had. Many of you are just so much stronger. You are better versions of yourself. You have learned a lot of lessons in terms of like minding your own business and allowing your divine masculine to go on their own individual path. And now that they have, many of them are waiting on you, divine feminine. They're waiting for you to return to the connection this time. Because I feel like if you guys can recall what it was like at the beginning of the journey when you started realizing that, wow, the feelings that I have for this person, it's more than just a crush. Like it's more than just deep feelings. That's what the masculines are going through right now. And they're waiting on you. I feel like a lot of them have no choice because they are starting to feel the depth of like feeling really closely connected to someone, missing someone, longing for them. A lot of your masculines cried over the holidays as well, guys. that's another message I've been getting for the masculine collective, is that they've even surprised themselves with the amount of crying that they've been doing. And it's like having this beautiful purging effect. It's like bringing clarity to a lot of them, where they're not so afraid of the love that they have for the feminine anymore. I feel like a lot of the crying that they've done, it was like such a beautiful emotional release, to the point where they're like, wow, that those were really big emotions that they got to experience. So now that it's like the storm is kind of calming itself, when feelings come up about their divine feminine, because they've had those extreme like crying spells, it's easier to absorb what it is they're feeling. And I think like a lot of them are just, I want to say like needing to be at home. I don't know, like cozy up in bed, just kind of take it easy. And a lot of them are just thinking about their counterparts, their divine feminine. And, you know, it's interesting because the shift of the energy is that many feminines are, I need to take a break from this whole twin flame thing, figure out myself right now. It's like almost like both twins have switched places, and a lot of the masculines are where the feminines were, where you're just racking your brains trying to figure out like, how am I ever going to be with this person? That's what I hear a lot of these masculines saying. Again, many of you might have like the fake phone calls starting up again, like, you know, random messages coming to your phone, like all kinds of things where you can strongly feel your masculine energy. But you know, there's like a bit of a disconnect on the divine feminine side, and that's because I think many of the masculines are going to have to be the ones to like step up and come forward and speak a lot of their truth. Otherwise, the vision I get is many feminines are like kind of in la la land right now. Like I feel like if your masculine were to pass you on the street, you guys probably wouldn't even notice, you know, like that's how much you guys are just like, I need a break from this whole twin flame thing right now. Okay, we also have the getting to know each other card that's coming up here. This is what your masculine's doing while he needs all of this alone time, okay? A lot of them might be scrolling through old pictures, old conversations that you guys have had. It's like he's getting to know you all over again with this, like, with these new glasses on, okay? Like before, I think like a lot of conversation, a lot of things that you guys might have gone through, the way that you expressed how you felt about him on such a profound level, he wasn't able to get it. But now that he's feeling it, he's thinking back to when you were being very like affectionate, or when you might have been talking about like this great love connection or dreaming about him. He's like, okay, I totally understand. And he's getting to know you through these flashbacks. Okay. So we have the trust card coming up. I feel like this card's coming up for the divine feminines, to let you know to trust your divine masculine right now. So again, if a lot of you are experiencing like fake phone calls, or your phone's lighting up with messages, and then all of a sudden an hour later when you go back to like respond or check it, it's no longer there anymore. You know, just trust that they're moving in the right direction, and really allow them to fully come like into this energy of not being afraid to reach out, or not like teeter-tottering with the idea of reaching out. Just allow them to like go in fully, because I feel like once they do, it's like that level of vulnerability where it's like they've come so far, it's just to like settle in and get to know you again with this getting to know each other card. Okay, so we have attraction and religious factors. I think this has been a major block for a lot of you in 2021. Okay, because the closer the twin flames get, sometimes the obstacles tend to seem like bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is for all of you who have had like culture differences, age gaps, like anything that made you feel that society's going to point their fingers at you if you guys come together and you guys don't know what you're going to do about it, because everyone is going to aim to make you feel ostracized from the world. I think that energy is coming to a complete end, because right now many divine masculines and feminines would rather be alone than be around people that are going to make them feel this way regardless. Okay, so a lot of you, when you do come together in your twin flame connections, it might just be you two for a while, you know, just the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And I feel like the universe is like purposely putting it this way, because like when it comes time for them to meet, there's going to be no outside influences like tugging at them or pulling them apart or wanting to know each other's business, or oh, how's it going with you two, or just no one to poke their noses in there, you know what I mean? So yeah, this has been a lot of heavy energy in 2021, but many of you have stayed strong and I think pushed your connection to the side if this was going to be an issue, and allowed each other to deal with it on your own. And you'd be surprised, guys, like by what your masculines have been able to do this year. I think a lot of them have been very lonely coming towards the end of 2021 as well. And it may not seem like it, like on the outside, just because a lot of them are MIA. They're not on social media. They're not like posting pictures for anybody to have a clue or an idea of what it is that's going on with them. A lot of them isolated because these factors that were keeping you two apart, it's really like driven a lot of relationships to an end in this masculine's life. And it's for the better, like it's for the highest good. I can tell that the only reason he's reaching out now to you, Divine Feminine, is because he feels that level of like peace and freedom around him. Again, I feel a lot of masculines are like isolating. They're in solitude, and like now that they do have their own place to themselves or just some space to think, it's like they're there watching their Divine Feminines, wanting to reach out, wanting to talk to you, wanting to make small talk, just wanting to laugh with you again is what I'm getting, you know. And like the thing with the masculine and the feminine is that it doesn't matter how much time has passed with them, when they both start like talking again, it's like they're picking up right where they left off. Okay. And that's that attraction between the both of them that never dies. Okay. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Enjoy the moment and just reach out, Divine Masculines. I think a lot of you will be pleasantly surprised just by the level of catching up and conversation that will be waiting for you. Okay, so I'm going to get some messages here from my own deck. And I'm going to see what this Divine Masculine would say to you right now if you could, Divine Feminine. What insights do they wish to give you? Okay, these are way too many, so I'm going to take a smaller deck here and just kind of shuffle it down. Okay, let's see what's at the top here. Oh, I'd love for you to take control in bed. Oh my. So a lot of them are definitely fantasizing about you. We've talked a lot about that as well in past readings where, you know, many of them do definitely want you to take control, Divine Feminine, and I think it's because they've had to live with having so much control over their own lives, and now it's time for them to take control back of their own lives, and that's what this whole period of solitude is for them. And I think that when they do surrender into your arms, they're just going to want you to do all the talking. I think I said that in another reading as well, where they're just going to want you to talk. Like if they end up calling you over the phone or text messaging with you somehow, or you guys end up spending an evening together, you might find that this Divine Masculine, all he wants to do is just sit there and listen to your voice and have you just talk about what you've been going through in the last year or so, what you've been up to. What else does he want you to know? I need space, but I'm right here, don't go. Okay. They need time to figure out, I think, what it is they're going to say, and they need that time to like really ground themselves so that they can stay steady in conversation and not get triggered, especially if you do have some tough questions for them, like where the heck have they been, or whether or not certain cycles have been wrapped up. And they're wanting to answer those questions and be transparent with you at this time, give you the answers that you've been looking for, especially about why you guys have been separate for this for like the last little while. And that might be why, again, they're sending the message and then they're unsending it. It's because they still need that little bit of space to decipher clearly what it is they want to tell you, but they're here and they don't want you to go. All right, let's go ahead and get one more. I know you've been wanting it from me. So a lot of them are feeling really cheeky, okay? Many of them, because I'm getting this message as well, I'd love for you to take control in bed. Some of them might be wanting to reach out as well to get like intimate with you, refuel when it comes to being with you intimately, exchanging, I want to say sweet nothings. Like something tells me this Divine Feminine knows exactly how to soothe her masculine with her words. There's something about your energy as well that's very like sensual, very sultry. Like you really know how to flirt with your masculine, Divine Feminine. Like it drives him absolutely insane. And these are some of the things that they're craving right now. Like on top of the seriousness of wanting to communicate again, I think that there's an undertone here that they really want you to know that they're fantasizing about you a lot. Your sexual energy for them is very healing. Your sensual energy is very healing. Many of them are feeling just aroused by the idea of hearing you pick up your phone and say hello, even if it's just for a few minutes. Okay, so look out for communication that's coming through, guys. But if you're the masculine listening, take it easy, take it slow. Make sure that you have a clear plan in mind when you're reaching out. Because again, you don't want to teeter-totter, okay? I feel like a lot of feminines are ready to receive you, but they're not going to dabble in like old energies of like ghosting or anything like that. Like if they sense it, they're not even going to bother to like pry divine masculine or like reach out to be like, hey, were you trying to get a hold of me? Like none of that. So I feel like you guys are going to have to really come in really clear and concise, okay? I hope you guys found this reading well. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.